Hi, I'm Julie, and I'm here to discuss, I'm not quite sure how to put this, well, gender and sexuality diversity, I guess. And, so let's start with this. You've all seen GLTBIQ, sometimes they're in different orders. Gay, lesbian, trans, bi, intersex, queer. Now, I guess you're now wondering which one of these I am. Well, I don't really think I'm any of these. But I'll talk about my history a little, and you might come to your own conclusions. This is me when I was in grade 1 at primary school. Most people would say, boy, woman, therefore I'm trans. Doesn't work for me. I was brought up a Catholic, so I started off as a Catholic altar boy. But at night, I was sneaking out, this is in grade Form 1 probably, I was sneaking out at night in my mum's dresses. It wasn't until Form 3 that I got a concept there might be somebody else like me in the world. And I got it through Shakespeare. Twelfth Night, in Twelfth Night, is a boys who were playing girls' parts who then dress as boys. Of course I loved it. But then something really nasty happened. This. What is this? This is testosterone. So puberty happened, and it wasn't very long before I was starting to get hairy and my voice broke and all those nasty things. I saw a movie, this one, Psycho. Psycho. The psycho person being spoken about was a guy who thought he was his mother. So I partly thought that was saying that trans people are psycho. But then I saw this movie, which was quite fun. Some Like It Hot. It was about two guys who dress as women to escape the mob. Now, by my late teens, early 20s, I was getting very depressed. Too depressed to even look in the mirror and shave. So, by then I was looking like this. So, as you can imagine, I was considering that I felt I really wanted to be a woman. This was really, really stressful. But a year after that, I realised that I had a bit more control over this than I originally thought, and so about a year or so later, this is what I looked like. But that was only on weekends. At that stage, this was how I was looking during the week. Fairly androgynous looking, but hey, it worked. And to that extent, I actually discovered the Jungian concept of androgyny. And I liked it. I actually thought this is a really good aim, that I wasn't possibly I wasn't a man or a female, I was really androgynous. So I tried that as a label, but again, I've still found the same problem. Labels don't really seem to suit me. So I read anything I could find. This novel, The Triple Echo, I found very disheartening. Yeah, the trans person was shot in the end. I read any autobiography I could find. This one, Christine Jorgensen, very, very famous from the 1950s. I just felt that from reading the autobiography, I couldn't live that life. Medical textbooks. This one was almost softcore porn. Then I discovered that, as well as this nasty testosterone, you can actually get a tablet form, this. Estrogen. So this made me far more feminine, and this made me masculine. So of course, this is the one I favoured. And you know, not long after I was taking hormones, I could start looking like this. I also experimented a bit with dressmaking and going to parties. See Wonder Woman with my little lasso? I bought hundreds and hundreds of fashion magazines at this stage. Of course, I couldn't afford anything that was in this one. The Transsexual Empire was written by Janice Raymond. It was very, very negative about what transsexuality is about. A few years later, out came this movie, Dressed to Kill. And you guessed it, the killer is a man who thought he was a woman. But me, I discovered heated rollers. What do you think? Pink? Does pink suit me? I tried a few more glamorous looks as well. And in my late 30s I went full-time, and it really helped my self-esteem. I was better at my job. I had, in fact, enough self-esteem to run for Parliament, in fact. Vote 1, Julie Peters. So, what does all this mean? I don't really know. But I'm left with a lot of questions. Questions about what does masculinity, femininity, macho, butch, femme, what do they mean? And what is gender? What is sex? Gender roles, sexuality, gender dichotomy, performativity, normativity. So I'm thinking you might have some similar questions. But it's far more complex. It's far too complex for me to answer right here and now. So I'm off to write a thesis